This is interesting. One small city outside of Miami making major headlines right now after partnering with ICE. The Doral, Florida City Council voting unanimously on this move to assist immigration and customs enforcement through a federal program pushed by President Trump and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. This partnership will give police officers additional powers to question and detain people suspected of violating immigration laws in the city, which is 85% Hispanic and Latino. Now, some residents are on edge about the involvement with ICE. The mayor is assuring them that officers are not becoming ICE agents. And Doral Mayor Christi Fraga is joining us live now. I really appreciate you making the time. And Mayor, I understand the decision was unanimous. And before the City Council approved the resolution, you actually told reporters, in your words, it is morally challenging for the city to enter this agreement with ICE. Tell me why.
Natasha, yes, thank you. So it's really important first to state that this was something we were obligated to do by the state. It was a law that was passed or signed into law in February through special session. And one of the obligations for local municipalities or law enforcement agencies, and I believe all 67 counties have already signed it, several cities, we had 45 days to enter into this memorandum of understanding, which was subject to the law that was passed at the state. The AG has sent several letters to municipalities who haven't complied that they have a short amount of time, otherwise they'll be penalized. So for us, it's not something that we would have chosen to do on our own. First of all, we have limited resources for our police department. I do believe training is good. And another thing that's very important to state is that while we're 85% Hispanic, the majority of our residents are documented. And the majority of our residents, while may have something like TPS, for example, also have another immigration status that they're working through. So I don't take away that there is a lot of anxiety amongst our residents. And that's why for us, it was important to reassure them that our priority will always be the safety and the protection of every resident in our community.
Was this partnership personally difficult for you? Do you agree with it?
Yeah, I come from a family of Cuban family who are immigrants who came to this country fleeing, oppression and finding refuge and opportunity. But they came through a process. They waited in line. They did it the right way. And, I think it's important for us to always state that I think every single one of us that have supported different types of processes for immigration, we've all supported that it be done legally, that it be done the right way. We definitely don't want criminals in our country, but this was difficult for us because we don't want our residents to be scared of our police. We've done a big job in creating community policing and building trust in our law enforcement officers. We know how hard it is for our law enforcement officers out there, how much, animosity there could be towards them and what they've faced over the years. It's hard to find people who want to go into law enforcement these days,
Certainly.
and we
Yeah,
do
and
not,
that's something
we
we're
don't
seeing all
want to
across
feel
the
that.
country. Mayor, your community is known as Little Venezuela. I believe about a third of the residents have Venezuelan origins. What would you say to
Yes.
those residents who are saying they are fearful?
I would tell them that our priority has not changed. The type of policing we do, the community we are, I think that we have stood up time and time again to raise the voices of law-abiding immigrants, of the Venezuelan community, of the Colombian community, of the Nicaraguan community, the Cuban community. We've stood up to say there are people here who have come to be productive members of our society, and we know these families. And so we want them to know that if you're a victim of a crime, you should not be afraid to call law enforcement in our city because we are here to serve and protect you.
Mayor Christi Fraga, appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.